Hi everybody, Jus4SweetZ here. Today we're going to do another craft very similar to the pendant necklace that I did. I'm going to kind of switch in between Thanksgiving and Christmas because Christmas is right around the corner after Thanksgiving. And so we need to start getting our ideas together on what we're going to do for the holidays, for gifts and all that. So we are going to make a belt buckle, and you know, blingy belts and everything are in. People love, women love to wear the bling, and so they can tend to be a little pricey. And I actually make these and sell them in my boutique, but I'm going to show you the trick on how to make these in case you want to make them for someone special. So, or yourself. So you just need to go online and order a plain belt buckle, and you just have to, you know, you can just look that up for plain, and you'll probably get a million different places that you can get them, and they can be a little pricey, but I'm trying to clean this one off, sorry. But just keep searching till you get the best deal, and that's kind of what I tried to do and what I still do. This has a little mark on it, I'm trying to get it off, but all right, so I'm going to just start now. I can't go through all the motions because of all the drying time, but if you have any questions, go back to my pendant necklace that I just did recently and watch that one, and they're almost exactly the same technique. You're using jewels and charms you can take them from earrings, necklaces. You can buy the charms individually at craft stores or online. There's charm letters. So it just depends on what you want your buckle to look like, or you know who you're making it for. You can personalize it. But I'm going to make this one pretty simple, and I will show you a really simple one that I made last night as the end result, and I'll show you the steps that I went through. So let's get started here. I have some sparkle glaze, and all this is basically just a glaze that dries onto the belt buckle, and it gives it some glitter without having to over glitter it, where on the pendant I use glitter. So this is just a glaze that has some glitter in it, and I might even sprinkle a little bit of extra on there, but I don't want to overdo it. So an alternative to using these ceramic coats, you can also use metal paint, and basically it's the paint that you get for model cars and all that. So go to your craft store and look for that. These paints are inexpensive, they go a long way, so you can get a lot out of a bottle. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to put our glaze onto the belt buckle, and it's going to look, you know, like it's got paint on it or glue. I mean, and you can leave your belt buckle plain as well if you want that silver to show through. And I'm actually just going to do a real thin layer, but enough to where, you know, it dries on nicely because it starts to separate. The ceramic coats don't really attach as well as the model car paint because these are smooth surfaces. So sometimes you have to do a couple layers. So you just go on and you smooth this and get a good layer because it starts to separate because of the smoothness of the belt. So you're going to want to let that dry, and all I do is just kind of smooth it as best as I can. If I get these patches that kind of start separating, to me that says that there's not enough paint there to attach itself. So then I just kind of go through and pat this paint onto those areas and try to thicken it up a little bit. And when it dries clear, so it's not like you have to worry too much about all these lines. Plus you are adding a bunch of charms and jewelry to it, so it's gonna mask a lot of this anyway. So I just go through and I kind of put a thicker coat on there. Because of the glaze, I try not to do more than one coat, but like I said, if you have to, you can apply two. So just go on and paint this. And these belt buckles, people love them, and you can actually get the belts online as well. You just have to get a belt that, you know, is able to have to be, I don't want to say adjustable, I don't know what the term is, but a lot of belts that you buy, you can actually take the buckles off and put a new buckle on. Even a lot of the blingy belts, just look for a snap on the other side, maybe a detachable belt. But a lot of the leather belts that you can buy online all have the ability to have a new buckle put on them. So, and you can get them, genuine leather ones, fairly inexpensive. So go on there and check it out. Get different colors. You can use your buckle on any color belt you want. So buy different color belts and just detach your buckle, or make several buckles with one belt, or you know, however you like to do it. All right, so I'm gonna let this dry. Now this is gonna take at least an hour to dry. So obviously we don't have that kind of time. And please refer back to my pendant necklace, and if you have any questions thus far. So we're gonna let this dry for an hour. Now, the process that we want to do while this is drying is figuring out what we want to exactly put onto our buckle, so that when it does dry and we're ready to attach, then that's what we'll do. So I've kind of gotten some charms out, and I think on this one I'm going to use, I have this from an old necklace, and I just snipped off the loop on the top there. I have some charm letters that are have, you know, crystals in them. And I am going to spell the word faith, because at this point, I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping for faith at this point. So that's the word that I choose to use. Okay, so faith. And I'm going to kind of place it the way I would on to the belt buckle so I can see what it looks like. Okay. Just kind of, no, I mean, it's not, doesn't have to be perfect. We're just trying to get an idea of how it's going to be. So we're going to use faith, if I can get my eye to turn around without falling. It doesn't want to cooperate with me. That's the way my morning's going. All right, let's do it this way.